Welcome to the Journal Show, episode 2, part 5. Hopefully the last part. I just don't know how to shorten my stream of consciousness bullshit that I do. And I'm trying not to make these videos super long, so here we go. Now, where we left off on the last one, it's cold as balls. I'm still sitting in the same spot because this is literally filmed right as I filmed my last one, but I knew I was going to have to split them up. Some context. I had just left Italy last episode. I had my epiphany moment. I think I talked about like a breakup I had, my breakup that I had with my ex, and I read like this poem of a dream that fucked me up for years. And now we're going to get into a little bit of darkness because you can't have the good without the bad. I already read a little bit ahead on this one, so I know what's about to happen. Well, I awoke this morning to find out that I fell asleep on my train from Switzerland to Germany. So, just so everyone's clear, we're heading back from Italy. I was the only one on the train. I quickly hopped up in confusion. Where was I? So many trains in a short amount of time. Sometimes you forget where you're going. As I'm getting up to exit, I feel the train move. This feels like a dream. It is going backwards away from the station. Shit! So, the train is moving. I'm stuck on it and no one else is on it. It's an empty train. I woke up like in the middle of the night, like, what the fuck? Where am I? In Germany somewhere. I had to walk a mile at least to get back to the station. So the train ended up going back to like the train yard. They didn't check to see if some fucking stupid ass American was asleep on the train, right? So I wake up. Now, here's the crazy thing. Instead, so I had to walk a mile at least back to the station. I don't see why they don't keep the trains at the station overnight. Just me being pissed and projecting my emotions on stupid society. Instead, they move them back at random spots. Ugh. I finally get back to the station in time to take a nap before catching my 6 a.m. train to Frankfurt. I'm heading to Berlin for a look around. Holy shit. Woo. I'm heading to Berlin. My birthday's in a few days, so I'll be heading back to the ND, the Netherlands, to Skype my mom. I miss her. I've been sleeping a lot. So, I think hunger is catching up with me and stealing my energy. So, I lost a lot of, I call it baby fat now. I was a little chunky when I went to Europe. I believe I left Europe quite a bit skinnier, a bit weak, maybe a little sickly, because I wasn't eating. And I was walking and sleeping outside, and I became one with the sidewalk. Next part, ugh. Oh well, my dreams are good. I'd rather live in a dream world than this one. So that's an update on my adventures. Talk to you later. P.S. I'm going to write a love novel. What do you think, people out there? The goblins out there? Do you think it's unhealthy of me to still live by some of the things that I decided when I was 18? Have I not grown up? Have I been holding on to this idea of the world that I created based on a trip to Europe? Because I'm finding many things that I still am striving for today that I decided back then. The thing about this, I'm going to write a love novel thing. I'm writing a book right now. It's not a love novel. It's a love novel to myself. It's a children's book, actually. But I have a tattoo on my thigh right here. And when people ask me what it is, I say it's a novel entry. And it's not a novel entry, but it does say, "Wreck my plans, he cried," as if it was a novel entry. Why? Because that's going to be the last sentence of the novel that I write. I just got this tattoo. The idea to write a love novel came 7 days before my birthday before my 19th birthday, almost 11 years ago. I had the idea for this love novel, and 11 years later, and that's not the only thing. I'm noticing more and more things as I read this that come up that I'm like, oh, I'm still that guy today. I still think that. I still think that's true. Have I just not grown since then? I don't know. What do you think? To forgive is to love. I'm pretty pissed off. So I know I mentioned to you guys that I got my shit stolen when I was in Europe, and it was on this train that I just took, and I didn't write about it there, and I knew it had to come up eventually because there's no way I wasn't about to talk about it. So listen to how salty I am. Salty's the wrong word. What's the true feeling there? Full of hurt and rage. I have to be so, I want to throw up my guts. I have to be that upset with people to write to forgive is to love, because that's the guard. To forgive is to love. Turn the other cheek, right? Thieving is a petty crime for the simple, just the hate. Why bear false accomplishments in oneself? Very little is needed to live. For the successful man, or for the homeless man. Crimes need not be committed. It's true, not all causes of man are of justice, but by defiling an injustice by more injustice doesn't make that justice justified. Two rights don't make a wrong. I'm waxing poetic about my shit getting stolen because I can't even handle it. You know how artists say they express themselves through art? I think that's true because I do that. I write poetry. I make music. I paint. I do all kinds of artistic shit. And I also act. And I also express my emotions through expressing my emotions, not by bottling them up and then painting about them. I'm not saying that's a negative thing. We all do it. We all express our emotions. But when I wax poetic, thieving is a petty crime for the simple. When I do that shit, it's because I just want to, right? And I can't. And what am I going to sit around and cry about it? I got to do something. I got all this pent up energy and anger and people did me wrong and the world's so hard. I got to write about it in clever ways. And when I do that, I know I'm pissed. I know that I'm low and full of rage when I'm writing shit like that. The 10th commandment is a tough one. For it is hard to not be jealous of another that has what you want, be it a girl, success, or happiness. How can someone who has nothing not look at one who has everything in jealousy, at least a small amount? I'm a jealous motherfucker. I've been jealous over girls. I've been jealous over people getting things over me. I've had jealousy against my own best friends who are actors as well, getting parts. My friend Matthias got a McDonald's commercial, and I was so happy for him and hated myself because I was like, I should be getting McDonald's commercials. Why not me? Right? I stopped myself because I was about to go into this whole character of like, me, not me. But yeah, I'm jealous and insecure and I've stolen shit. Nothing. This is that anger that I was telling you about. I know what situation I was in. Like, how are you gonna steal a homeless man's last dollar? That's how I felt. Imagine you're homeless and you have $1 and you need to feed yourself or get a bottle of water. You have $1 and this is your last dollar. And someone takes that from you, and imagine being like, well, I have nothing else, and they take the last thing from me. Imagine how victimized you would feel. Because if you steal a rich man's Bugatti, he's going to buy another one. He'll just be inconvenienced, and I don't know, I'm not a billionaire, but my thing was like, I only had what was on my back and on my body, and they stole what was on my back. Now I had what was on my body. And I was just feeling like the world was against me. And so I waxed poetic. Last episode, I talked a lot about my ex-girlfriend. I needed to do that. It's part of who I was and who I am. You know? If I'm going to do this YouTube channel right, I can't shy away from, like, those little thoughts that I like, oh, I don't want people to know this about me. I had someone ask me, well, I say someone. They deserve a lot more credit than someone. I had a very dear person to me, someone that I love, asked me today, you talked about fucking a lot of girls in one of your videos. Why did you do that? I didn't want to do that. I didn't feel good getting text messages from people who were pissed off about it. I didn't feel good at the time when I was doing it. And I don't feel good knowing that people who I'd barely talked to have watched that and now have an opinion on me because of that. But I did it. And in order to me to tell the truth of who I am, which is my goal, in case you were questioning my goals with this, my goal is to explain who I am, go through a history of who I am, and learn about myself and face the fear of exposing myself, because I'm afraid of people knowing who I am, and this is a way of doing it. I'm practicing. D-Ray is what I called my ex, and I guess I'm going to talk about her again. I hope she will take me. I hope she will love me, for I love her so. The sparks are like fire and lightning and thunder. Our love is a story to be told. Hold up. I think that we have a rap break coming on. Let me think of a beat. I hope she will take me. Hope she will love me, for I love her so. The sparks are like fire and lightning and thunder. Our love is a story to be told. Day by day, night by night, too feeble, gray, and old. I will gaze with my soul, give unto her whole, for I truly love her so. Hopefully that was on beat, because I'm going to try to lay a beat over that. LBH production. Okay, I want her back. It's a growing burn in me now. It's a passion. I will attempt, but it is not a sure thing. But if we are meant to be, like I suspect, then she will feel the same. If she is not ready, I will wait. Oh! If she is not sure, I will encourage. But if she is not mutual, I will go on another journey to find more wisdom. Mic drop, figuratively, because I don't want to break my shit. This is new. Damn. I just want to say, people, if you're out there, either tell the person that you love them, work hard and make it work, or fucking don't wallow. I wallowed for so long. My life choices were affected by this insecurity of not being wanted by the person that I wanted to want me. And I fucked off time and energy that could have gone to any other thing. Fuck. I said it right there. If she I can't even describe to you how sorry I feel for myself right now. I am having a pity party. I'm going to move on, but I want you to know as I move on, I'm angry with myself right now. And I'm about to sit in that shit. If you know me and you work with me right now, then you know that this is me whenever I'm making lattes and fucking we got to line out the door and you're like, "Hey, are you okay?" And I'm like, "Yes, I'm fine. I'm fine. Yes. What's the next drink?" It's terrible, but that's where I'm feeling like right now. Just mad with myself. Wasted too much time on this fucking girl that wasn't real. Let's see if we can change this energy. And I'm out of my... I think I have water. I kind of have to poop, too. Should I poop? I'm going to poop, and I'm going to get my water jug, and then I'll come back. All right, hello, I'm back. So, here's the deal. If you can hear the toilet going shh, I'm sorry, but my setup right here is dangerously close to the bathroom, like to the point where maybe if I was sitting in this chair, you might get a little splashy splash. Sips water. Sips. Gulps jug. I'm a little less mad at myself, a little less irritated. Feel a little relieved. When ideas are formed in the spur of a moment and later become reality, a state of confusion and mixed emotions set in. The idea is so strong and seems so right. Then when the idea happens, it suddenly becomes scary and dangerous. It's like the fear of success more than the fear of failure, which I think is true. I've never been afraid. I'm way more afraid of success than failure. It's a mission. You have to be up for the challenge and keep a clear head. It's easy to lose the very reason you're working. Motivation's tricky. Motivation takes a whole lot more energy to keep than the actual chore you need motivation for. I need not motivation. I just need to live for what I want. When life becomes what you're doing, the motivation is obsolete. All distractions need to be pushed away. Doubts need to be squashed. Courage needs to be fluent. End of story. Bars! I just want to put this on put this bitch in a frame. That is so great. I'm so proud of myself for that. You have an idea. The idea seems right. And it scares you. It's dangerous. And it feels like it's what you want. Go get it and stay focused. You don't need motivation. You just need to live for it. Wow, man. Because I struggle with motivation now, like body image shit. I doing these videos, sometimes I'm not motivated for this, like, wow. Do work, son. You know what's crazy? Is all this trip that I've been through and feel like I'm like making all these gains in my cognizance. I don't even know if that's a thing. Every page feels like it might be the last page of this journal, and it never is. It's long. I just realized, I was just flipping through, there's still a month left of this journal. I'm going to skip some of this stuff. I'm going to read through it and skip some of it because, oh shit. He who lives, okay, maybe I'm not going to skip this. This is so fucking crazy. He who lives, I'm realizing how important this journal is for me in this moment. I'm on the precipice right now of feeling like my dreams are going to be coming true. That's really how I feel. I've worked for 10 years on myself and on crafts that I'm passionate about. And I feel like I'm starting to reach the end of another chapter and start a new chapter. I really feel like that. I'm moving to LA this year. I'm taking this rig with me. And I'm also taking this sense of self with me that I've grown into, and I have so much self-love now. I couldn't have said that for a long time. And the reason I'm saying this is because there's things I'm struggling with right now that I'm realizing that 10 years ago, I found an answer to, and I'm about to go through that cycle again. Also, my camera battery's about to die. So I'm going to pause here. And there's going to be another part to this video. But I thank you all so much for watching. I'm really touched right now. I'm really inspired by myself. So narcissistic. And I hope this doesn't die right now. But hey, if you watch these videos, I'm telling you, I appreciate it because you don't have to. I don't know if I would watch them if I wasn't me, but it really means a lot to just me and who I'm becoming. This feels like an origin to who I'm going to be. So, I don't know. If you're watching it now, you're here at the ground floor. If you're on Patreon right now, dude, you're supporting me at my beginning. I'm down right now. I'm in a 1-bedroom apartment that is really a garage, glorified garage with a bathroom. This set is hiding my washing machine. My bed is 3 feet away. Like, I would stand up and touch my bed, you know? I'm living meager means. And I think that we're at the bottom. And we're only heading up. And I feel like I've been on this path for like a couple months. And I'm feeling it and I see it emerging. You know? So let's see what the world has to offer. Peace.